And what it would basically involve is, and this is the most important bit, instead of Man United earning 600 million and being able to spend 70% of it, but Newcastle earning 300 million and only being able to spend 70% of it, there's a massive difference on what Newcastle can spend compared to Manchester United or Man City, regardless of how rich your owners are, because you're dictated to by revenue. Under this new proposed system, what they would do is, in a very simple way, is they would say that all clubs can only spend a certain amount of money based upon what the bottom club in the league earns in TV revenue. So if the bottom club in the Premier League, let's say Sheffield United, earned £100 million in TV revenue, and they said that they're going to set a limit based on 4.5 times that, well, 4.5 times 100 million is 450 million. So Sheffield United, Man City, every club in the Premier League can only spend 450 million pounds. This is brilliant for Newcastle. If 70% of their revenue under the current scheme is only 300 million, they can suddenly spend another 150 million, because 450 million is more than 300 million.
Yes, guys, welcome back to another video. That would be all well and great if it wasn't all complete nonsense and misinformation. Mark Goldbridge has got one of the biggest platforms on YouTube giving out information. And I just want to show you why this is important, guys. Look how many views this video's got. 209,000 views. Yeah? 209,000 views. Now, if you don't know what's going on here, these new FFP rules that are going to come in for the 2025-26 season, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about it, is essentially there's going to be an anchoring system put in place where you can only spend on transfers, wages, and agent fees. Well, we don't actually know the figure yet, but it'll be a figure which will be multiplied by the bottom team's TV revenue. So let's just say, for example, the bottom team gets 100 million. They go for four times. No one can spend more than 4 times 100 million at 400 million. What Mark Goldbridge has just told everyone, to 200,000 people, and I'll tell you why I think it's important in a minute, is that any club can spend £400 million then in the Premier League. That's not correct. That is factually incorrect information, and I'll prove it to you in a second. But before I prove it to you, I want to just say, he's got a channel here. How many subscribers he's got? 1.14 million. 200,000 views. They're not doing the proper research on these videos. They're telling 210,000 people misinformation. These FFP rules, this anchoring system, which means that you can only spend 4 times, or 5 times, whatever the actual figure is, 4 times the lowest TV income, whoever comes bottom, is in addition to the revenue rules. It's not separate. They're not scrapping it. Clubs will still only be able to spend a percentage of their revenue. The anchor is the kicker. So if your revenue is £100 million, you can't spend £400 million on wages. You can only spend 80 million, because if 80% is the limit, you can only spend 80 million regardless of the anchor. The anchor is for the bigger clubs. It's to stop the bigger clubs from going up. It's to pull them down. An anchor. They're not going to let Luton Town, with a revenue of £50 million, spend 400 million quid. I can't believe I'm having to make this video and correct someone who's got a platform of 1.14 million subscribers and a video that's gone out to 210,000 people. And these people now will believe, because they'll see Mark and believe that he's giving out correct information when it's wrong. And now I'm going to prove it to you. But before I do, check out this sponsor. So then, guys, today's video is sponsored by Quidd, the online digital trading game platform. You remember the days back when you was a kid and you'd have the paper cards to trade. Well, now it's gone online, and I'm playing as well. I'm playing along, guys. Big and go for an ultra pack. Let's do it. Let's do an ultra pack. Manuel Akanji. I got one of only 750 cards for Manuel Akanji, guys. I also got a Julian Alvarez and a Phil Foden edition. Oscar Bob as well. Wow, Manuel Akanji. You guys know how much I'm buzzing about Manuel Akanji at the moment, so I'm happy with that one. Okay, cool. Guys, if you want to play along, then you can do. Use my link in the description and use code MCFC03 for 2 free packs. They're also giving away, I think, $5 free, so you can buy packs as well. Get on it and see who you get on the Man City collectibles. Let's go. Guys, make sure you check out them, yeah? Make sure you're using my code. All the details in the description. And let me know in the comment section below what players you get. Because if anyone gets like a mad player and gets rich off this, I want commission on it. Right, to prove to you that I'm telling the truth, yeah? Well, I mean, to be honest with you, like, you shouldn't really need me to prove it. I mean, the fact that I've just give you a perfectly reasonable example. Do you really think the Premier League are going to let Luton Town, who have a revenue of 50 million quid, they're going to let them spend 400 million? I mean, come on. It's not rocket science, man. Proof. Kieran Maguire, FFP expert. Let's see what he has to say about this.
It's a bit of horse trading that's going to take place. And it could be 4.5 times, it could be 5 times, it could be 6 times. I did the sums yesterday. You know, clearly the higher the multiple, the more clubs escape and the more clubs can spend. It has to be remembered that these rules are going to come in and sit alongside the fact that the clubs playing in Europe can only spend 70% of their income on squad costs, and the clubs outside of Europe 85%. And it's those rules which are applied first, and then the anchor comes in as sort of as a backstop. I think the fear is...
No way, bro. You're telling me that Luton Town with a revenue of 50 million can't spend 400 million? No way. No way you're telling me this. Are you being serious? So there's a multiple reasons why I've done this video. One, I've done it because 210,000 people have been given misinformation on Mark Goldbridge's platform. Where's community notes? Yeah, we need some community notes here. And I felt like I know this information because I've read it and I've listened to Kieran Maguire. So I thought I'd tell you. Two, genuine question and a bit of a debate for social media. And I think it's more applies to when you get that big. Do you guys think that Mark Goldbridge or anyone else with a big YouTube platform and where their business, his YouTube business, is probably worth easily over £1 million, easily? Do you think that they should be required to fact check the information out, or are they just a fan? Are they just a YouTuber like me? Like, for example, if I put some information out, yeah, you all know I'm just a fan. I'm not a business. You know what I mean? I'm a one-man band. If I put some information out, is what it is. When you get to a scale where your business is worth millions, you're doing sponsorship deals which could be in the six figure digits. Yeah, you got offices, you got, come on, guys. Do you think there's a responsibility on these platforms, AFTV, United Stand, That's Football, TalkSport, for these people to be fact-checking the information to be given you? Because they've given you false information. They've told you the wrong information. 210,000 people now are under the impression that every club in the Premier League is going to be able to spend 400, 500, 600 million pounds when it's factually incorrect. And the worst part about it is you just have to think with your brain to understand that that's not correct. They're not going to do all this FFP for the last decade, are they? Yeah. I mean, just think about this. You really think for the last decade they've been going through this FFP, stopping teams from spending money and all this kind of stuff, and now fining people and doing points deductions, and then all of a sudden they're just going to let anyone spend 400-500 million quid a year? I mean, come on, just use your fucking brain, man. Anyway, I'm just like at a loss with it all, me guys. I'm at a loss with it, man, because I'm like I'm reading and I'm watching stuff online, and it's not just Goldbridge, man. I just used him as the example because I've seen the video. And like the amount of BS stuff that people say, a lot of these people get paid fucking big money. And I'm listening to it and I'm like, fucking hell, mate, you're clearly wrong. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below. If you think I've been waffled, just let me know I've waffled. Make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe. Big up to Quidd, yeah? Go get your packs, man. You could get a mad card. Some of these cards are selling for $200, $300, mate. Use my link, use my code. It's available to everyone worldwide. Takes like 2 minutes to sign up. Open a pack. You get someone mint, great, sell them, get some cash. If not, no problemo. Pretty fun. Have a go, and you support me if you do it. Big up to everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for the watch along.